All right, motherfuckers, I'm here to talk about the Triple H podcast. Now, Triple H did a good job talking about certain things, in this interview. I enjoyed it, just like with Vince McMahon. There's a lot of things I agree with. It's pretty obvious that Triple H is the more level-headed of the two. It's quite obvious that Triple H has, more of a vision for the future and what works. I mean, he is the wrestler, so he should know this. But there was also a lot of fucking excuses being made. Still not coming to the terms that the product is not good. Triple H got thrown a question by Stone Cold that really fucking knocked him for a loop. If he could change anything about the company. The guy started stuttering and stammering like a fucking nut job. I mean, and Stone Cold said, that bad, huh? And Triple H, oh, not that. Yeah, you could fucking see it. You could fucking see it by the body language. Triple H knows it's fucking bad. He knows it's real fucking bad, and you could really hear it. As he said, I mentioned in my Raw review, they trust certain guys. This is the reality era, because of the internet. And there was a lot, of bullshit in this interview as well. Just, Pete, you can't please them all because, in reference to Daniel Bryan and a bunch of other fucking shit, completely ignoring the fact that the whole crowd is chanting for him at Raw. They also, though, hinted at the fact that anything could be switched around. Roman Reigns, he said, there was a big contradiction here. He said it doesn't matter who works the hardest. Because everybody works hard in the WWE. I'm not debating that. Everybody puts, even guys I hate like Big Show, they're still doing the best to their ability. Not saying you're not working hard. To all those people say, you can't criticize it because you're not a wrestler. All that classic YWC bullshit. All that fucking aside, everybody does work hard. I'm sure everybody takes their job seriously in the WWE. That's why they are there. But, Triple H said that not everybody deserves a shot because they work hard. And then he goes on to say that, that Roman Reigns worked his ass off in NXT. Okay, so then by your own logic, that doesn't mean fucking shit then. You see what I'm saying? Working hard, everybody works hard if that's the case. The same thing was said about Cena. Cena's the last one to leave. Okay, just because he's the last one to leave, okay, the show's over. There's no real reason to still fucking stay there. You got to go to a different town. Just because you do that and you can make that claim doesn't mean that you deserve to be at the top for so fucking long. So, Triple H kind of fucking, dug a bit of a hole for himself in this fucking podcast from what I saw. Saying that these guys are hardworking and shit. And, and that's the thing. And there was a lot of stuff you could clearly see that, people telling Triple H that he only got to where he is because of his wife. That's very fucking true. But you could see that it bothered Triple H. He even brought it up on his own, which really shows that Triple H wanted to get that off his chest. It's something that's bothered him. He talked about that he had to talk to The Undertaker, to get this off his mind. And obviously, it still didn't fully help, You could really see with Triple H that he does have certain insecurities. You could definitely see this. And I gotta really say, I love these podcasts that they're doing on the network. So anybody that wants to, hashtag cancel the network or shit like that, that's not happening anytime soon for me. I'm a WWE fan first and foremost. People do see these videos and they think that I hate the fucking product, and that ain't the fucking case. I don't hate this product at all. I fucking I love WWE, and that's the thing. I'm always gonna support them because I'm a fan of this company. And I want to see them do better. So that's why I'm a fan of the network, and I enjoy it. I like watching some of the shows. I like seeing Countdown. I like watching old pay-per-views whenever I can. And I love these podcasts. The one with Vince McMahon, the one tonight, I was thoroughly entertained, and I was intrigued. Triple H was really laying a lot out on the line there. And, just like a normal human being, basically. I'm loving this, that they're not, they're not going by kayfabe. It's like a real fucking shoot interview. Good questions by Stone Cold. The perfect interviewer. I mean, there couldn't be a better choice than Stone Cold. I mean, he doesn't pull any punches here. And you can really see those fucking insecurities coming out with Triple H. Like, there's a lot of things that fucking bother him. But one thing that threw him for a loop is when they said what he could change about the company. I talked about this in my Raw review. Extending the length for storylines. He said there's not enough time at Raw and SmackDown. He's admitting to this. He's admitting that there's too much fucking television. There's overexposure in the WWE, as they would say. There's too much fucking television. The thing is, most people don't even fucking watch half of it. Main Event, Superstars, SmackDown, they moved to Thursday, but there's still no purpose to even watch it. They have a fucking casket match, a match type they haven't had in fucking years. And, no one even gave a fucking shit about it. It wasn't even fucking, like, advertised or anything, so no one gave a fuck. So, why? As I said, they should just have an hour fucking show as a supplement, maybe, like Heat. That's what I gave the suggestion a while back. Bring back Heat or something, to supplement Raw. You don't need fucking 9 hours, 12 hours of WWE television a week. It's fucking madness, really, to fucking book all those matches. But, really, they don't even really put that much effort into SmackDown. So I really don't know what Triple H is really fucking complaining about. There's really no effort. There really isn't, there's promos on there, but they're even more half-assed than Raw. So really, if they're half-assed on Raw, what does that make it? An empty ass or something? Maybe a dead ass? Dead ass. Some shit like that. I don't know. Dead ass, man. I mean, I don't know what he's talking about. There should be enough. And he admitted. He says he wishes Raw could go back to 2 hours. I was like, whoa, my head fucking spun around like 10 times when he said that. I was like, yes, 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 yes. I was super excited when he said that. He said that, he'd have to talk to Vince. Stone Cold, you could see also his eyes were gleaming. Yes, please put it back to 2 hours. And Triple H thinks that it might actually happen. Stone Cold said, "Are you married to is WWE married to the 3 hour, the third hour?" And Triple H said that writing a 3-hour television show was just a total burnout. It wasn't that great when it was 2 hours like a couple of years ago, but the thing was, it was better. 3 hours, I mean, by the fucking time you reach the end of it, you just feel like you've been crawling across a fucking desert oasis. You feel like, there's without any food or water for fucking days. You feel like you walked 40 miles in the fucking desert with fucking bricks strapped to your back. I mean, that's how bad, how fatiguing it is to fucking watch Raw. So yeah, the thing is, I really fucking hope that they do bring it back to 2 hours. And Triple H, you can see, my God, you can see how badly he wanted it to go back to 2 hours. I mean, he was like basically almost begging right there on the fucking podcast, begging Vince to put it back to 2 hours, to take some of the fucking, weight off his shoulders. My fucking God. I mean, you could see like this, that it was a cry for help, basically. I saw insecurities. I saw a cry for help from Triple H. I saw a guy that's in over his head. A guy that just fucking knows that the product's shit, and he tried every single way he possibly could to try to sugarcoat it, but basically not really doing that great of a job, and not even trying that hard, really. I mean, he did try, but, really trying to throw some hints out there with probably not getting in trouble with Vince. He did the best he could with, not giving away too much, but, really just saying that, well, basically what I got from is Triple H is displeased with the fucking product, just as we are. As Vince tried to spin it and say that he likes the direction that he's, they're going with it, Triple H clearly doesn't. And, really in not so many words, he pretty much said that. He really doesn't think that really, well, this company's not really doing the best. He's a big fan of developmental, and I agree. The developmental is going great, but the thing is, when they bring the guys up to the main roster, it's fucking shitsville, man. I mean, you see what's going on with fucking Paige. She was great when she was in NXT, but bring her up to the main roster and she's fucking garbage. They got to figure that out. I mean, what the fuck's going on there? Basically, something's got to be done, and I hope they fucking figure it out. I hope Triple H manages to figure it out, and I hope, he manages to one day talk some sense into fucking Vince. I see a tormented man here, and I really hope that, Triple H could manage to work through some of that torment. Yeah, great podcast. If you haven't watched it, totally recommend it. It's definitely, I would classify it as must-see.